I'm rebuilding Red Bull Salzburg in FC25 and not stopping until we win the league. Salzburg is one of the most interesting teams in the Austrian Football League. This is because they've won the league many times and have had some amazing players play for the club, including Haaland of course, Mane, Sabitzer, and a lot more. They are one of the most underrated clubs in the entire world when it comes to producing top tier talent, so that's why today I'm going to try to take them to the top in FC25. The way I'm going to do that is by winning the Champions League. Yup, that's right, I cannot stop this video until I have won the Champions League with RB Salzburg. This will be one of my most challenging videos I've ever done, but before we begin, if this video gets to 100 likes, I will be giving away a Salzburg jersey to a random person that comments under this video. So make sure you hit that like button right now, then comment as many times as possible to increase your chances to win. Alright, let's hop right into it. Alright, so this is the team we are working with. It is a lot better than I actually expected. This is because all of their squad is pretty much youth players. This is typically the ideology of this club right here, is to get those youth players and then sell them as soon as they reach a certain age. But if you take a look at the squad, oh my gosh, is it so good already. We already have every single position other than our goalkeeper is a youth wonder kid superstar. Every single position, as you guys can see right here, there's nobody other than our goalkeeper that even hits over that 25-year-old mark. So that is an amazing thing for us. That is very good. But there are some things that we want to do, and one is get a keeper. That has to be the number one thing we do right now. For this season, we have to win the league, because once again, we have to win the league so that we can make it into the Champions League spots next season, and then obviously we can have a good run hopefully at that point. But goalkeeper is something we do have to figure out. We do have a 33-year-old guy. He is top tier, especially for this league, but we should try to get a young guy in there because our backup right here is also 28, so he is decently old as well. In terms of bench players, all of them are fantastic and under the age of 25. I didn't even have to touch this team. Normally, you guys know, I try to change the team completely, make it into a fresh start. But this team is so good right now, I don't have to do that at all. I think the first thing that we have to do, though, is pick up a keeper and then sell our main guy right here. And hopefully we can get somebody that turns into a mega star. And the first guy we are signing is our keeper right here, Jonas Obik. He is a guy that is very good. You guys may have seen him in other rebuilds. And the reason why I signed him is because this team tends to recruit from Germany, France, sometimes Brazil, and then the Austrian region. So not bad in terms of realism as well. This is a younger guy. It is a player that is going to look for that first team football playing time, and he is going to be able to come into the squad and be our starter just straight off the bat. He isn't the highest overall player, but I do know that he does go up a lot. So we're going to put our main man, the 33-year-old, on the reserves for now. We're going to try to sell him. We have a lot of guys on the bench. We could do a lot of loan deals, but I feel like honestly, this might be a good enough team to start this first season. I want to test out how good this team does just by itself. But first, I do want to switch around the tactics. We are going to go for the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow just for this first season, just because this is what the squad is used to. Build-up style will go balanced, but defensive approach to always go high. You guys know from this rebuilds, you guys always got to go high in this. In terms of the player roles, we aren't going to have Konate as a false nine. Instead, he is going to be an advanced forward. Both of these guys are going to be advanced forwards. That way, they can help each other out a lot. In terms of the cam, it is going to be a shadow striker. That way we technically have 3 strikers up there, but one of them can play a little bit more as a midfielder. In terms of the left side, we are going to keep him on playmaker. Right side is going to be box to box, and then CDM is going to be holding. For the 2 defenders in the back, we're going to do ball playing defender, and then the 2 attackers are going to be both on attacking wing back, which will allow them to go ahead of the strikers and then hopefully get some good crosses in, because this formation is a very central formation. So having the attacking wing backs can allow the guys just to go freely across the wings, because those center mids aren't going to move very freely. They're going to stick in the middle. So that is really good. The tactic is a really solid tactic. I've used this tactic before and it turns out pretty nice. That is the code right there if you guys want it. But now let's try to make some sales, and then we'll hop into our very first game with the squad. I just realized that the goalkeeper that we had in our starting position was actually on loan, and I'm not going to use him this season, even though you guys are probably wondering like, why would we bring him on loan, and it's kind of unrealistic not to use a guy that came from loan. But you know what? We are the coach now. We're not going to use him. We're not going to use him. He's a little bit too old. I don't like using guys from loans anyway. You guys know the channel. I am so against loans. I do not like it at all. Why would you develop some other players for free? Makes no sense, especially when you're top caliber club like this club right here. So we now have our starting goalkeeper already. We don't have to sell literally anybody. Everybody is so young. They should all developed on this squad. And then I went ahead and hired some staff. In terms of staff, we didn't get too lucky with the draw. Didn't get any 5 stars other than this guy up here. And for the most part, didn't really fill out the defensive position as well. well without running out of a budget. So not the best thing in terms of staff, but now we're going to sim to the very first game of the season. Hopefully we can start off with a win because that would be really helpful to make it, or to help our squad develop throughout the season. We're into the very first match, and this is an away match, which is unfortunate, so we do not get to see our home crowd in this very first match. Wow, that is a bad mistake to make this early on into the game. Well, I can already tell our passing is not as good as it should be, but you know what? As a team, we are amazing. Honestly, I am a huge fan of this club. I do think you guys actually let me know in the comments to rebuild this club, and I remembered that this is my favorite club in Austria, so I had to rebuild it. I totally forgot to add this to the list when I was making a list of teams to rebuild, but then one of you guys kept on saying rebuild them, so I remembered to add them to the list because they are my favorite club in Austria for sure. And we do get a chance for a goal just straight off the bat, and we do, we get a goal. Oh my gosh, we get a goal. Okay, perfect. We do score right there. By the way, great jerseys. One thing I don't like about the Red Bull community of football teams is that the jerseys are so similar, you can never tell them apart, which is I guess what they're going for. They just want their branding everywhere, but there's nothing different other than the word Salzburg compared to some of the other Red Bull teams. Like, I think it's like Red Bull New York or something is the other team. Somebody let me know in the comments what are the other Red Bull teams. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my favorite team in Austria just because of the amount of talent that they've brought in. Like, the fact that they've had so many top tier players come out of the squad is crazy. And we scored again! Oh my gosh. This is like the easiest match ever. I mean, we're going up against a team. This is a team that we should be beating. And we have a top caliber squad with a guy like Kanate, who is a superstar for sure. He's going to be our striker for a long time. Probably for the remainder of this entire rebuild. Because if you guys don't know, once you win the league in the Austrian league, you actually, I think you get a budget of, I think 30 million. So not too much. It's not like you can go buy a player like Mbappe or Haaland or one of those type of guys. You kind of have to still get these youth players and develop them into those superstars right here. I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious here. How did he miss that tackle? I was going to say I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious because I am on maxed out difficulty, so anything could happen. And I know skill moves are very hard to perform against the AI just because they know exactly what you're doing. But you know what? Great pass right here. Please just get a shot off. Okay, not bad. 24th minute. If we go up by 3, we're just going to sim the game just because we should be able to beat them, just pure simulation. And then we're going to sim the first season. This might be a longer rebuild because we have to win the Champions League, and that's going to be a very difficult thing to do. The only thing that makes it good is that when the Champions League comes on, we can actually play a majority of those games. We don't have to sim those. We're going to sim the league games, but we're not going to sim those big Champions League games. We're going to hop into those. So that's pretty good because we should be able to force the wins ourselves by just playing. But getting there is going to be a very difficult task, especially because if you guys don't know, in the Austrian league, you actually only have, I think it's one guaranteed spot to get into the group stage of Champions League. Otherwise, if you place second in the Austrian league, you actually have to play the qualifiers, which makes it even more difficult to make it to the group stages of the Champions League. Okay, we get a chance for a shot here. Let's see if I can try to get a shot off. I'm trying to be smart with this. Nobody really has skill. Oh, let's go! Let's go! We actually scored that. I was just about to say, nobody really has higher than really 3-star skills, so I can't do any skill moves. I just got to use the ball control and use a little bit of IQ to be able to get that off. Oh my gosh, those jerseys are so nice. But we do go up 3-0. That means we are going to sim the rest of the game. We should be able to destroy them. It is pretty much halftime anyway, so there's no way we lose this game, right? Yep, 4-1 in our very first game with the squad. But now we can sim the entirety of the first season unless we have some Champions League stuff we have to do. But for the most part, we have to sim the entire season because we do have Champions League stuff right here, but I believe this is Champions League qualifiers. So because of that, yeah, we're not going to be able to do much with that. We're just going to have to sim most of that for this first season. Oh no, never mind. What am I saying? This is the Conference League right here. This is actually a decent table right here. Like, there are some big teams on here that are going to make it a little bit difficult, but this is not what I'm worried about right here. The only thing that I'm worried about is the Champions League. But now let's just sim the first season. Let's see how we do. And let's hopefully have a good season where we can at least develop our younger players, because we have so many young players on this squad. Okay, the season is over, and for some reason the league results are actually blanked out, but I think we had a good season. I mean, we ended up losing our final cup match, which is unfortunate. I didn't realize, so I didn't hop into it. Hopefully that wasn't like a final match of anything, but in terms of the league, we actually had a great run for the most part. We had some good games in the UECL, but for the most part, UECL isn't that important because it gets you into Europa League. We'll have to win Europa League to get into Champions League, which will make it just such a difficult run. I'd rather just win this league and get an automatic bye to the Champions League, or an automatic chance to get into the Champions League. So that is more the focus rather than the Conference League. In terms of the player stats, though, I do want to see what happened. Okay, we're tied for first. Wow, 2 of our guys tied for first, but the other guy had 4 less appearances than Oscar right here. Wow, that is a crazy season from him. But you know what? We tied first no matter what. In terms of, okay, Fernando got 10 and 30. That's also really good as well. Let's see, nobody else. Yeah, nobody else right there. We got the most assists though. Nicholas Capaldo. I've actually used him in some of my other rebuilds. 11 for 31 is very good. He was the league leader in assists. Nobody else really on our team was there except for Lucas down here for 4 and 32, and then 3 and 32 for Oscar. So Oscar seems to have a great season. And we get top assister. And it is, oh wow. So he actually ended up starting, I guess, because one of our youngster must have got injured, and then he ended up starting for us. So that's interesting. So that's unfortunate because our youngster must have not had any playing time at all. That is not good for us, of course. Yeah, Jonas Urbig seems to not have any playing time because when we were simming, Blaskovic actually got a bunch of playing time, which is not what I wanted to see, but it's okay. Jonas Urbig actually went up to a 75. The rest of our team is developing so nicely. Kanate is up to a 76. All of our midfielders are looking amazing. I don't think that we have any positions that we really have to sort out for next season. There's no real weakness in this squad. This squad is very good. Maybe I'll even put Capaldo as our starting over Bidstrup right here, just for next season, just to have the highest overall possible team. Maybe I'll look for some sort of left back here because he is 25 years old and he's only 73 overall. Maybe I'll look for a left back with our big budget next season, but we'll see. We'll see what we want to do. I do want to sim just a day just to see the final results. Hopefully the game doesn't bug out. That would be unfortunate, but let's see what the results are. Okay, so we are into the playoffs, of course. Runner-up there, group stage, and then round of 16 is when we were knocked out. Okay, but we are into the playoffs of our league. So that is very good. We ended up making it all the way to the playoffs, but not a bad season for us. I do want to see what we want to do in this second season. It is going to be a little bit more of a difficult season because we do have to make some changes if we are going to make it to that Champions League level. Okay, so in terms of the qualifying rounds, we didn't make it at all. Lask and Rapid made it, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we didn't make it here at all. So we'll have a chance to make it next season, but this season, once again, is just going to be development season. But we have 32 million, and I think we do. I think we go for that left back right here. Yes, should I keep him? I think I will. I think I will keep him over Guindo right here. But, yeah, he's also 22 years old, though, so I might actually keep him on the bench and then maybe actually sell Terzic right here. Maybe that's what I'll do. That way we can get a little bit more funds from his sale, and then we'll be able to get some crazy, or a crazy good left back to play or to place in this squad. We have picked up our player, and it is a left back. We actually did a swap deal, so we had the ability to actually get rid of the left back that we were looking to get rid of anyway. So that helped us get him for a little bit cheaper than we were gonna hopefully get him for, because I tried to get him for around 30 million. And it didn't let me do that because I didn't have the transfer budget. So I did add that swap player, and it did add me to get him, or allow me to get him for around 27 million. But he is on 50k wages, which is massive for this squad. But it is a guy that is 79 overall. He is super young, and it is our guy right here. Look at this dude, Milo Kirkez right here. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Somebody let me know in the comments if I'm absolutely botching that. But this guy is so good. He's 79 overall. He's 21 years old. He's already way better than what we already have on our squad. I just realized we sold the wrong player. But, yeah, he is an amazing, amazing player. A guy that's going to come straight into our squad and be our left back. Oh, no, I did sell the right player. Okay, the team looks a lot better now. Now we have an amazing left back that can help play as that attacking wing back role with his amazing stats overall. And then we have our 2 strikers right here, and then a great midfield core. So I think we're good to sim this whole season. We might want to hop into a couple of the qualifying games just because I feel like this season we might have to go for a run in that qualifying. Maybe next season we'll do that. I'm going to put actually him back on just because Capaldo is actually decent coming off the bench. He's 26 years old. I'd rather have Bidstrup right here, 24 years old. At least he'll develop a little bit throughout the season. I think it's time that we sim the whole season, and then next season we're going to go straight into the qualifiers and hopefully win and get a place in the Champions League. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize we're in the UCL. We are in the UCL. So, did we win the league last season? Or, because I'm looking at how the league works, and you have to either win the league in the playoffs to get directly into the Champions League group stage, which is what we are in right now, or we have to win the qualifiers, and I didn't see us in qualifiers at all, so we must have won the league. That is crazy. So we won the league in our first season. I'm really annoyed that that bug happened where I couldn't see the league results, but you know what? That is crazy. So we are into the Champions League right now. For this, I'm not going to allow myself to hop into any group stage matches. It's going to make it 100 times more difficult to win this challenge, but I'm not going to allow myself to do so. Otherwise, I can just play every single game and I'll be able to win pretty much every single game. So I'm going to sim all the way until the month after group stage happens to see if we do end up making it to the round of 16. Then we can hop into those games and then hopefully we'll have a great run. I think it's around 32 actually. I don't know. I don't really know how the new system works in Champions League just yet, but I do know that if we do end up winning these group stage matches, we'll have a chance to compete for the Champions League title in only our second season. Okay, so we made it to the 1st of February, and I want to see how we actually did in the group stage. I didn't look up once, because I wanted it to be a surprise for me as well. So far, we're winning the league by a lot, which is amazing. We only have one loss. I do want to see how we're doing in the Champions League, though. Did we make the next round? No, 30th. Wow, we are way towards the bottom. We're only 6 teams from being the worst. And all we had to do, I believe, with the new format, I think it's reached like the top 22 or something like that. I cannot remember the new format, but I know that you have a lot of chances to be able to reach the next round in terms of the playoffs, but we didn't end up doing that. We ended up only having 1 win, 5 losses, and 2 draws. So not a great season from us in terms of the Champions League, but we only really needed 1 or 2 more wins to be able to break into that playoff spot. So this is still a really good season for us so far. We're going to sim the entire season. Hopefully this will help develop our players a lot, and then we'll have a better team for next season. The second season is over, and we ended up winning the league by a long shot. Oh my gosh, did we smoke every single person in this league, and we won the championship round as well in the playoffs. 52 points to 34 points in that. Wow, that is crazy. We had such a good season. We only have 2 losses in the entire season and no losses, obviously, in the championship round. That is awesome. So we ended up having a near perfect season other than the Champions League stuff. So not a bad season from us. We should have a pretty decent budget for next season as well. So hopefully we can pick up a player that will help take us to that next level, because we have to be able to make the Champions League playoffs so that we can hop into those games and win the Champions League ourselves. But for now, I think this season is the season to do it. I think we can do it this season. We're going to see. We're going to see what stuff we have to do, if we have to sell anybody, if we have to buy anybody. We'll see. To start the third season, this is the squad, and as you can see, Kanate is up to an 80, which is awesome. Then we have Fernando, who is up to a 76. All of our midfielders are doing amazing. Bishop didn't seem to have the most amazing season, so I might actually take him off for Capaldo, because Capaldo seems to be developing decently. In terms of our defenders, both of them are very solid. They're hitting the peaks of their career, and they're at a point which I don't mind them. Urbig's up to an 80, which is awesome. Kirkez is up to an 82. We have one issue, though. We have one issue. Baidu wants to leave the club, so he is going to be gone. We're going to have to place him with one of these guys on the bench. We have some good players, though, on the bench that we could potentially put up into the main squad. I'm going to actually take off Simic and put on this guy right here, just because, yes, Simic is younger, but this guy's way better pace and 5-star skills, so might as well have a guy like that on for now. In terms of center back, we need to find somebody that's going to come on and be our new backup center back, and it most likely is going to be Morgala right here. Decent player, could potentially develop into somebody over the 70 overall mark pretty easily. So not a bad player to put right there, and then we can get rid of Baidu right here. Baidu, Simic, and Rakdov, I think all 3 of these guys, I think it's time to go, all 3 of these guys, because they've just been wasting their careers on the reserves for us. We don't have any spot on the bench, and we definitely don't have any spot on the starting 11, so I might actually get rid of all 3 of these guys. And now we have to pick up a position. We have to make at least 1 signing. Who do we want to sign? I think we sign a midfielder and we get rid of Capaldo, because we have Bishop right here who could come off the bench and be good. But I think if we can get an amazing midfielder right here, that would be awesome. Or maybe, do we get a striker? No, I feel like Fernando has been amazing for us so far, so we keep Fernando on, but I feel like Capaldo, it's now his time to leave the squad. Bishop is going to be our backup guy, just because he is a little bit younger, and then I'm going to put some random person on there for now. And we're going to pick up a midfielder as soon as we sell, hopefully all 4 of these guys. And we've made a sale and sold Samson Baidu right here. A 3.05 sale. This is, I believe, the first sale in our squad. And it is a guy that is going to leave for 3 million, which isn't bad because that's going to increase our transfer budget. I'm not going to buy anybody just yet. I'm going to wait a little bit because hopefully we get some money from this tournament, and then hopefully we get a little bit more for the sales that we're making, because guys like Capaldo are getting $10 million+ deals. So then we're going to have a huge budget, and then we're going to pick up an amazing midfielder for us. And our biggest sale yet on the squad, 10.1 million, he goes to Linnaeus, which is actually a great deal for him because he is going to get the playing time. But now we have a pretty decent budget. I believe we're sitting at around 35 million. Okay, that's not that bad. And this will allow us to hopefully get an amazing center mid. I'm going to have to try to find one because it is going to be difficult to find one that still allows it to be a little bit realistic. But we'll see. I'm going to look through, see if there's any mega superstars we can bring into the squad for our budget. Another signing is coming in, and it is a midfielder. This one I didn't actually spend all the budget on. I could have picked up a guy, a really popular guy, a guy like, you know, I don't know, who can I think of? Like a Mainu. Mainu is still under 35 million at this point in the game. So there are still some mega stars that I could have picked up for the price, but I wanted to keep it a little bit more realistic. So I decided to spend it on this guy right here, Lennon Miller. He is a wonder kid that goes for 9 million from Gladbach. And honestly, he is not bad. Like, his stats overall are pretty good for his age. He's 19 years old. He's got 74 pace. Pretty much good at everything except for defending. But that's not bad because I'm not going to have him in that box-to-box role. I'm going to have him as that playmaker. So he's going to be a guy that's going to come into our squad, hopefully develop really nicely underneath our team. And then I think we're good to go for this season. I think this season is going to be our run to that Champions League. It is going to be a difficult run, but I think we can do it. I honestly do. I think we can do it. I'm going to sim until an important game in hopefully the Champions League league phase, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there, and hopefully we pass the group stage and make it to the round of, I think it's 32, and then we can hop into some games at that point. And we have done it! We've made it to the playoffs. Oh my gosh, okay, perfect. Okay, I want to actually see how the matches went out. Okay, so we lost Arsenal, okay. We lost Fenerbahce, of course. Okay, we beat Athletic Bilbao. That's a big win right there. Lost to PSG. Tied to Aston Villa. Then, okay, not a bad win as well, but that's a win that we could be winning. And then, okay, so we won the games that we should have won, and we lost the games that we should have lost. So, not a bad result. In terms of the regular season, we're actually having a closer title race than last season, but we've only had one loss, which is pretty awesome. In terms of the Champions League, I want to see, we're obviously going up against RB Leipzig right here, but I want to see who is in this. Okay, so yeah, so there's some big teams in this right now fighting for that elimination spot in the next round. So we're gonna have to beat RB Leipzig, and the way I'm gonna do this is I'm actually gonna have to sim the first leg every single time. So I'm gonna sim the first leg. Hopefully we at least get a draw, so it makes it a little bit easier for us, and then we'll hop into the second leg, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, in the battle of the Red Bull teams, let's see if we can get a win. This is a very difficult matchup for us, but we do have a lot of improvement in our team. We have guys like this guy right here who is actually very good on the wing. Then we have some other guys like this center attacking mid has had a great season so far. I checked out some of the stats. Let's actually see if we can get a shot on that. You know what? It's a great shot. Honestly, that is a good start for us. We get a shot on that within 5 minutes of game time. That is very good. Let's see if we can get a chance, though. We need to score early because this is a top caliber team. And I forgot to tell you guys, we are down 2-1 in aggregate right now, which is exactly what we didn't want to see, because that means we have to score just a tie, and it is going to be hard to even get one goal, let alone 2 goals to win this match. So yeah, as you guys can see right here, they're playing all over us. And what a save by our young keeper. What a save by our young keeper right there. Okay, we have a chance here. Nice little pass right there. I don't know if that was offside, and it was offside. But you know what? So far, they've been smoking us. I gotta be honest. They've been smoking us so far. We've barely had it in their half. And when we have, we've been getting dominated by their defense pretty much every single time. Every pass that we do, they are there. Their tactic that they're running right now is a perfect tactic against the one that we are running. So I might have to actually switch the tactic mid-game, which isn't good because obviously then they don't really know how to play that tactic. Ooh, that would have been nice if that was not overshot. But you know what? We're going to have to switch something up, whether it's bringing on subs or doing something, because so far, nothing is working. Okay. Every single time I'm about to say that we have a chance right here, we end up not having a chance because they end up taking the ball away from us. This has not been a good game for us. This has been one of our worst games we've had, maybe even on this channel. Like, we have not been playing good at all. It's the 45th minute. They're about to have another chance to maybe make it a 2-goal lead right here, but hopefully we can stop them. And they have it. Oh my gosh, they're gonna get a shot now, aren't they? And what a save by our keeper to keep it level. at half. Okay, perfect. We go into half. We are a goal behind, but I think we still have a chance to score a goal. We just got to make some subs right here. Let's see what we want to do. Okay, so in terms of our squad, 85 overall, by the way, on the left is crazy. The rest of our squad didn't develop too much, but 85 overall is an amazing, amazing player to have on the field. In terms of who we want to put on, I was thinking maybe put on our 86 pace guy, but Fernando actually has crazy good pace, 91 pace. So I'll keep him on for now. In terms of center back, we have an 80 pace center back. I'll keep him on as well. I feel like we just keep everybody else on. I can't really do much with this formation. Maybe I'll put on Forsen instead of Miller just to add the speed a little bit, because Miller is a little bit slower at 75 pace. I feel like we do that. I feel like we do that because at least Forsen will give us that speed. Hopefully he'll play a little bit towards the outside and he'll get those runs because he's got 88 pace, which is super good for somebody that can play center mid. Second half is underway in this brutal match so far. Let's see if we can hold on. They have an amazing team. They have some superstar players that we have to be mindful of in the second half. And they have some good subs coming on as well. So we got to make sure that we do lock up all the way and then hopefully get a chance for a goal really soon. We have been moving the ball well, but we haven't got any shots on net. Let's see if we can get a chance right here. Okay, I'm going to play it as super passive because this is our one of few chances that we've had so far this game. So I'm going to play a little bit passive. I'm going to go to the outside. I'm going to try to maybe get a cross off. Okay, that was a little bit too far in the back. Okay, not bad. We win the ball back. Okay, outside right here. Nice little turnaround. Okay, send our guy on the outside. Come on. Yep, send Forsen. Send Forsen. Okay, Forsen has the speed to be able to get a cross off here. Please, great cross. Oh, not a bad cross. Not a bad cross at all, but we do end up winning the ball back. Okay, let's go inside. Let's actually take a step here. Oh, we tried to just take a step and break through, sorry, but we didn't end up, and it's the 75th minute, and I do think that we might actually have lost this game right now. Unless we get something later on in this game, we will have lost this game. We have 15 minutes of in-game time, and I only have 3-minute quarters on, so this is a very short amount of time we have to score. Wait, oh, I changed my mind last minute. I was going to send to the striker. The striker made a nice run, but I didn't see it in time. Uh-oh, this is not good. 80th minute, we need to win the ball back really soon, and we do. Okay, come on. Counterattack time. Ready? I'm going to send the guy in the middle. Oh, he's way offside. Come on, he's got to time that run way better than that. Okay, we literally have one final chance to score. Can we score right here? And we mess up that pass just straight off the bat. It's the 89th minute, please. Okay, we had to take that slide. It was a foul. But maybe this will give us a little bit of extra time. I don't know. We'll see. Come on, this is not good for us. I realized that they also picked up Sancho as well. Oh my gosh, they have an easy pass just right there. But they do decide to just kick it far. Oh my gosh, we don't win it back. That's going to be a game. That's going to be a game as soon as we win this ball back. Come on, that's going to be a game. Yeah, they're going to call it. They're going to call it right here, aren't they? Okay, win the ball back. Just send it. Just send it as high up as you can. Oh, and it's out of bounds. And we lose the game. Okay, so we are out of the Champions League this season, but we do have a chance to go next season. We improved a lot. So next season, honestly, I think we can sim even this playoff match. I feel like we can just sim straight to the quarterfinals, honestly. I feel like next season we'll have a chance to win the quarterfinals just because of how good our team has been so far. So I'm just going to sim until the end of the season, and hopefully we end up winning the league as well and getting another chance in the Champions League because we had a decent run, and next season will be hopefully our chance to win it. The season is over, and we've won the league. Once again, we've won the league in the playoffs. This time, we ended up actually losing once in the championship rounds, but we did obviously end up winning. In terms of the regular season, we ended up winning as well, but a very close race. We only won by 3 points. Wow, that is way closer than I thought it would be this season, considering the fact we only lost 2 times. It's just because we had 6 draws this season. In terms of this trophy, we won it as well. In terms of the playoffs, oh no, that's different playoffs. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, we lost the playoffs? No, we won the playoffs. But in terms of the Beats Cup, this was the preseason stuff. We also won that as well. In terms of the Champions League, obviously we ended up getting kicked out, but Bayern ended up winning the Champions League, which is interesting. They're actually really good in Sim, so I do see that maybe happening in the near future. But you know what? We're going to end this season, and next season most likely is going to be our last season because I think that I can now carry the team to the Champions League finals. Sorry, I cannot talk. I am very tired. Make sure you guys are hitting that like if you guys are still watching the video, and subscribe. It really helps me out if you guys can hit that subscribe button. And remember, you guys, to comment your favorite team, because I will be doing a giveaway if this video gets to 100 likes, and I'm going to be giving away a Salzburg jersey, but in the future I will be giving away other jerseys. So let me know in the comments what teams you guys want me to rebuild. That way you have an opportunity to get one of those jerseys later on if I do rebuild them on my channel. But yeah, so far we are going to start the new season. We do have some changes to make because we need to make this a super team. That way we can compete for the Champions League final. It is going to be difficult to do, but let's take a look at our squad right now. In terms of our squad, okay, first thing that I noticed, we need a striker. 78 overall, Fernando is good, but we need somebody in that position that's a little bit better. In terms of a center back is something that we need as well. Definitely something that we need as well. We need at least an 80 overall center back, and then maybe we'll look for a better striker for this season. Maybe we'll keep him just because he has 91 pace. But center back is definitely the #1 position we have to get, and that means Piatowski actually has to go. So he's going to go. I'm just going to put a random player on right now, and we're going to try to sell him. And then hopefully we get enough of a budget to be able to pick up an amazing center back over the 80 overall range. Oh my gosh. I did not realize that Kirkes right here is worth over 100 million. Oh my gosh. He is 100% being sold. We can definitely find somebody a little bit better than him. He is 100% being sold for 100 million. It says I can get a little bit more, and maybe I'll try to fight for that and to get a little bit more out of him, but he's 100% being sold, and we are going to find a left back that's almost just as good as him, but worth way less, because that is crazy. I did not expect him to be 100 million. I didn't realize he was 100 million until I actually looked at his at that offer right there. That is ridiculous. That is $100 million left back that we have gotten for like 7 million. Make sure you guys get him in your guys' rebuilds, because he was actually really cheap. Fernando actually got an offer right here for a swap deal. That's actually not bad, because we do need a wing back, and he is 77 overall as a 20-year-old, but I'm not going to do that. If we are going to sell him, we're going to sell him for a lot of money, because that way we can use the extra 100 mil as well to be able to get an amazing striker, and then maybe a decent left back, but an amazing striker. We do end up selling our first guy of this season, and it is Camille right here. This is a guy that I didn't mind selling. He was a guy that I kind of had to sell, so I don't mind him being sold. In terms of who I have transfer listed, it's pretty much just Fernando. It's just Fernando and then Kirkes. If he does end up wanting to leave, that's okay, because he's worth 100 mil. And he does end up leaving for 106 million. It's less than he was actually valued at, but I took the first offer that I got because I'm like, you know what, let's just get him out of the way. It's an A price. Yeah, we bought him for 27.9. We sold him for 100 million. We made a profit of 78.3 million. Okay, so now we have some stuff we have to do for this season, because A, we got to get a center back. We have to get a center back. Unless we want to just start our center back that no, we got to get a center back. I was going to say unless we want to start Morgala right here. I could start Morgala. I wouldn't mind that. That's a 70 overall guy. And then we pick up a left back and a striker. That could be a shout. But the first thing that we have to do is pick up a left back replacement, because we don't really have anybody that we can play there. The player we actually got to replace our left back is a lot worse than our left back. But it is a guy in Harry Amas. And if you watch Manchester United, you guys know that this is one of the most promising wing-back defenders in all of English football. He is a future star for sure. As of right now in the game, he's 20 years old, but he hasn't gotten any play time, and he still went up to a 71 overall. So I definitely think that this guy could go up to that 80 plus overall mark. So he's going to be our starting left back, and now we have a lot of funds that we can work with. I think we want to spend a little bit of our funds right now on a center back, and then we want to spend the rest on that striker position as soon as Fernando gets sold. I'm going to wait till Fernando gets sold, and then we're going to pick up a striker, and then we're going to pick up our center back. And the reason why I'm doing it in that order is just because that way we won't have to worry about not having enough funds to get our amazing striker, because I'd rather get an amazing striker and have a bad center back for the season than not be able to get whatever striker we want. Because 100 mil for a striker, we could literally get guys like Haaland and stuff. Haaland in this game right now is probably worth around 200 million, so not him, but we could get some massive players for the squad. And he does end up going, and it is to, I don't even know. Oh, Villarreal. Okay, not a bad position for him to go to. It's around a similar level team. 24.9 million isn't the best, because he is a guy that is decent. But now we have the opportunity to pick up a massive striker. We have 162 million in budget. This could turn us into a world-class Champions League winning team. The next player we have signed is Endrick. Yeah, I know, guys. We have signed Endrick. This is a massive signing, a $100 million+ signing, a huge signing for this squad. We're going to place him into the squad. He's going to be the best player on our squad already. He's coming in at an 84 overall. And the reason why I'm doing this is because A, we have the funds for it, so I might as well buy somebody crazy. But I was like, you know what? Let's stick to the squad, to the culture around the squad, which is signing super young players, building them up, and then selling them for even more money. And I think a guy like Endrick, who's still 20 years old, could go up in value. He's only valued at around 60 to 70 million. We bought him for 100, but that's just because that's what they were willing to give us. So not bad in terms of a signing. Definitely a top tier player that's going to help us win the Champions League. We got him for around 123.9 million. So not a bad signing. Let's place him into the squad. The next player we signed might surprise you guys. This is the first time we've ever signed somebody that is the auto-generated character from one of the youth academies. The reason why I'm doing that is because there's not a lot of players left. We're 3 to 4 seasons in this. I think we're on our 4th season now. So there aren't really any real players that are under the age of 20 that are still pretty decent. So we ended up picking our first auto-generated player and probably the last player to fit in this squad, and it is Jude Weston. He is a center back that is very good. He comes in at a 78 overall at 20 years old with 76 pace and great defending. So a guy that's going to come straight into our squad and hopefully develop a lot throughout the season and become an even better player for us. He's going to come in at that center back position, put Morgallo on the bench, and then I think that will be good to start the season. Now we have a fantastic squad that I do think could help us win the Champions League. I think this is the year to do it, maybe next year, but this is the year that we definitely have a much better chance. So let's sim the entire season and let's see if we do a little bit better in the Champions League. Okay, so we simmed to March, and we did make it to the knockout stages as well, but against Chelsea this time, so this is interesting. Let's just go back to the beginning. Okay, so in terms of UCL, we started out our UCL run by winning our 2 games. Okay, those are 2 big wins right there. Then in October, we actually lost to Real Madrid. Okay, that's very valid. Of course, we're going to lose to Real Madrid. We lost to Athletic Club Bilbao this time, rather than beating them last time, but we beat Sevilla, that is a huge win for us, and then we beat Dortmund, which is interesting. In January, we tied to Aston Villa and then lost to Atletico, which allowed us to... Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, we simmed a month ahead. We were supposed to sim to February, but we simmed to March. Luckily, we ended up winning, I think that must be the playoff round, against PSV. So we ended up making it to the next round after the playoffs, which is against Chelsea. Okay, that makes way more sense. I was wondering why we had so many games. Yeah, so now we're in the round of 16 against Chelsea. This is a huge opportunity for us to win the Champions League this year. I'm going to sim this first game. I'm going to sim this first game, but I'm going to show it to you guys on camera. That way, you guys can't come and be like, oh, you're fixing games. Okay, we're down 2-1. That is not bad at all. That is not bad. We only need 1 goal to tie it, and that's okay. Okay, so we're going to head into this match just straight off the bat. We're not going to touch anything. We're going to head into this match, and we're going to see if we can get a win against Chelsea. The game is underway, and the bad thing is we need a goal just to tie it. So, and you guys saw how that went last time, but at least this time the formation that Chelsea runs isn't actually that bad to go up against offensively, because in the middle they have a lot of open space. As you guys can see, look at the space between the center back and the left back. There is so much space there. We have some big opportunities, and just straight off the bat, please. Oh my gosh, we got a goal in 4 minutes against Chelsea. Oh my gosh, we got a goal, and it is Endrick. Look at that. What a goal. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect us to be able to stay on our feet, but you see what I'm saying with the formation? The formation and the tactic that Chelsea has makes it super easy to beat them. You guys have seen in my past rebuilds, Chelsea is so much easier to beat than some of these other bigger teams. It's because when you bring it to the wing, the left back pushes, and then the center back is the only one in the backfield. I don't know why it's just how it is, but it makes the middle of the field super easy to target. I'll try to do it again. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Basically, you take the ball to the wing whenever you play Chelsea, and then as soon as you do, when one person attacks, you can just send it across the middle, and it should be a goal. Like, it's a very easy tactic to beat, as you guys can see right here. But they are really good offensively, and they are a high overall team, a much higher overall than we are, so we still got to keep that in mind because they're going to have way better players than we are. Hopefully, they don't call that as offside, and they don't. Okay, please, Endrick, please, 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 please. Okay, composure, and we score. Okay, we scored 2 goals within 13 minutes. That is perfect, and it's Konate. I thought it was Endrick, but that is a great play right there. I thought it might have been offside. That's why I was hesitant to send the ball, but it ends up being onside, and we end up getting another goal. This is going to be a difficult match, though, because once again, they have crazy attackers, but you guys can see right here, the formation cannot keep up with our tactic. Let's actually send this to the other side. Oh, that was not who I wanted to send it to. The only problem with Endrick is that he's really small. Like, he is very, very small, so it is really difficult to cross any balls into the middle, just because we don't have any tall center or any tall strikers. Like, the other striker that we have, Konate, is pretty good at headering, but he's not like a Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not going to, like, carry when it comes to headering. So we're not going to be crossing too much. We're more going to be focusing on passing it, which is going to be something that we have to keep in mind. I'm going to try to send some more people. Oh, not the best. Cole Palmer is actually really bad in this game. He has the lengthy trait, which is one of the worst traits in the game unless you're playing online and you have him as like a outside center attacking mid in the formation that we are playing. Other than that, lengthy is so hard to control in this game. It's not like last year. Last year, FIFA, lengthy was a very good trait to have when it comes to your physicals. Like, guys like Haaland and stuff were so broken last year, but this year it is not that. We do have a great pass to our guy, but as you can see, look, I bring it to the wing, I send it across the middle. What are you doing? What are you doing? That was the easiest tap-in I've ever seen. Why did he not just pass it right to the guy across the middle? We had two guys that could have shot that, and he didn't hit any of them. Wow, that is brutal. Oh, and Endrick gets bodied. Endrick got absolutely bodied right there. By the way, their keeper is also very good. This is the keeper that I believe he's Liverpool's starting keeper right now. He is a younger keeper and is one of the better young keepers in the game. So we got to keep an eye out for that. But so far, we've been able to pass him pretty easily. Let's see. Woo! See you later. Oh, Endrick! Endrick, man. How can you sell my clip like that? I was like, let's go. I finally got one of those highlight clips from one of these games. But no, we absolutely bottled that. No way. 42nd minute, though. We should be able to hold on a little bit right here. It's halftime, and in terms of subs, the only sub I want to take off is Miller right here for Forsen, just to keep that speed up just like I did last time. Just because 88 speed is very... Actually, no. I'm going to put him Bidstrup right here. He deserves his playing time. He was our starter for the first, I believe, 2 seasons. So I do think that he does deserve his playing time. In terms of overall-wise, though, we have developed quite a bit. Our center-backs are a very solid pairing right here. Then our left-back, Amas, actually went up from a 71 to a 74, so he had a great season as well. Urbig went up a little bit, and then all of our midfielders stayed around the same level, which is not good to see. But our 2 strikers, especially Endrick, went up by a lot. Endrick has 97 pace, by the way, which is ridiculous. Okay, just straight off the bat, we get a chance right here. If we score this, we can just sim. And we do. Okay. Do we sim at this point? Okay, I'm going to trust it. Please, please, please. We're up 3-0. They cannot score 2 goals. Let's go! Let's go. 4-0 win. Okay, so we end up beating Chelsea. We are on to the semis. Who are we going to go up against? This is a big match. This is a big match. I don't know who we're going to go up against yet. I'm going to sim. Please don't be like a really good defensive team. There are 2 or 3 defensive teams which are so painful to go up against. One is Barcelona, and the other one, it's Bayern Leverkusen. Both teams are so good defensively, and there are some other teams in there, but those are the 2 you guys have seen. I struggle so much against Barcelona just because their defensive pairing is so good. Let's see who we're going up against. Aston Villa. That is a easy game to win. Let's sim to the second leg. Okay, so we made it to the second leg, but we beat them 4-1 in the first leg, so I'm just gonna sim the second leg right here. Let's see if we end up hopefully not letting 3 goals in. Okay, perfect. We ended... Oh my gosh, they beat us 4-2, but we ended up winning on aggregate. Oh my gosh, that was so lucky. Wow, that was so lucky. And now we're into the... Oh, this is the semis, okay. So we're into the semis against Lombardia right here. Wow. We almost lost. That's crazy. We needed 1 goal to win, and we did. Oh my gosh, we got so lucky right there. But we are going to hop into the second leg of this game as well. This should be another game. I think it'll be a difficult game. We're going to have to hop in most likely, but we'll see. Okay, we're into the second leg against Lombardia FC right here. The issue is we're tied 3-3, which isn't that bad. That's not that bad. Like, we still... Oh my gosh, that's a yellow. Straight off the bat, that's a yellow. Dangerous tackle. Give him a yellow. But basically, that's not that bad. We aren't down by any points, but we aren't up by any goals, sorry. So that isn't the best... There isn't the best case scenario side, but it isn't the worst case scenario. We're going to have to see if we can get a goal early on in this match, because they definitely have a deeper squad than we do. They have a lot of substitutes that can come on that are world class as well. We don't really have that, so we're going to have to worry about that. And once again, our crossing in this team is horrible. Our wingers and our wing backs are all very bad at passing, so that is something we definitely have to worry about for sure, because this is a team we can't just use the basic the basic just run down the middle, maybe try to find a through ball. That's not going to work against this team. This formation is a lot harder to go up against than the Chelsea formation, but we do get a chance right here, and we score! Never mind, we can just run right through the middle. But that is a post and in goal. What a goal right there. Look at that. The team is going crazy. What a way to start off this second leg. That is awesome. This might give us an opportunity to go to the finals right here. That might be the only goal of the match. This is going to be an insanely difficult match. That might be the only goal that we score, just because this is such a hard team. One of the harder teams for sure. Wow, they have Reece James as well. Yeah, so they've clearly gotten even better, which is, yeah, something that is worrying for sure. And we get another chance here. Finally, a cross is there, and we score! That might be offside. Is that offside? What a weird goal. I didn't even talk because I was like, there's no way I'm scoring, right? I totally forgot to start talking. But ooh, something that I just realized, I didn't actually remember that the jerseys have Red Bull on the top. I thought they had them on the bottom. I don't like that their names are on their bottom half. That looks really weird. They should really switch that. I mean, I know it's because they obviously want the brand name to be as big as possible on the back, but it's just really weird. Like they shouldn't have that. That's so odd. Let me know in the comments if you guys like the jerseys like that. Like if you guys like the names to be underneath the number or above the number. Personally, above the number every single time. Below the number looks really weird, and sometimes if their shirts are tucked in, you can't even see their names, which is really odd. But you know what? We get another chance for a goal. No way do we go up by 3. And we do. This team is so much better than the team that we started with. I can just sim this entire match. It's 30 minutes in though. Do I risk it? Yeah, let's risk it. 4-0. Oh my gosh, even in sim we're better than them. That's crazy. This team is very, very good. We have an opportunity to play in the Champions League final against Bayern right here. Oh my gosh, what a way to end off this rebuild. I think this is like the, I can't remember, 5th season, 4th season? This might be the 5th season. I think it's the 4th season. Whatever. Let's just say it's the 5th season because it sounds better. But in this 5th season, we've turned this team from being a team that was struggling. They were struggling a little bit to consistently win the league. And then they had obviously some struggles in the Champions League and things like that. So we've taken them to a Champions League final, a chance for them to show themselves on the world stage and tell the world that they are a top caliber club. We have a chance to win against Bayern. This is going to be a massive match for us, a hugely difficult match, but I want to show you guys the end of season stats. In terms of the final, we're obviously there. In terms of the Domestic Cup, we are into the final. We're not going to play that match. I know it comes after the Champions League final, so we could, but we're not going to. I'd rather end the rebuild off with the Champions League because that's what we've been trying to do this whole rebuild. 46 points, we won that. We won a league, and then we won the league right here with only 1 loss. So an amazing season in terms of results. Let's see how we did in terms of our scorers. Top goal scorer, 16 and 20 in the Champions League, 11 and 19 as well, and then 10 and 16. So all 3 of our top guys did amazing in terms of scoring. I don't see any other guys right here. In terms of assists, Endrick was up there as well in 6 and 20, 8 and 19 for Oscar. Great thing for him. We're second in assists with 4 and 20. That's not bad as well on most red cards and yellow cards. Luckily, we weren't on there. In terms of the actual league, let's see how we did in that. Top goal scorers, we were top goal scorer in the league as well. 18 and 32. Endrick ended up being the top goal scorer, and then Konate also got 15 and 23. So he had a fantastic season as well. Oscar did as well with 12 and 32. I don't see anybody else on our team, but you know what? I don't mind it. I definitely do not mind it. Best assister went to Amar. That's interesting because he's a wingback. He's a wingback, and he got 7 and 31. We have 2 other guys tied for that for first place, along with Moses right there, Moses Usor, but. Yeah, fantastic season for everybody here. Konate got a bunch of assists considering he had way less games than everybody else in that top spot. So that's a really fantastic season from him. Endrick got 5 and 32 as well. So great season overall for all of our guys. Let's see how clean sheets did. Yeah, okay, 11 and 30. I mean, I kind of expected that. We only had 1 loss, so I kind of expected that to be the case. Most reds, most yellows, we weren't there. That is perfect. I'm going to show you guys the final squad before we hop into the Champions League final match. Let's see. Okay, Endrick's up to an 87, Konate's up to an 83. Then we have our midfielder core. All is pretty much over the 80 overall mark, or very close to that at least. Center back, Weston went up to an 82, which is awesome. He's went up 2 overall since the last game that we played, or since last season, which is crazy. Then Soleil is there. Amas went up to a 75 as well, so he's had a great season as well. And Dedic, who ended up being the top assister, had a fantastic season as well. We're gonna hop to the final match. I'll see you guys there. Hopefully we can end off this little rebuild on a high note. Okay, we're into the Champions League final here. Let's see if we can get a win. This is gonna be an extremely difficult match right here. This is against a team that is very good offensively and defensively. they're one of the hardest teams, in my opinion, to beat defensively later on into the game. At the beginning of the game, with their original team, they're actually not that bad in terms of beating them. But later on in the game, their defense gets so good. And those type of passes right there are going to lose us the match. Passes like that from Endrick, which is supposed to be our star player, is going to lose us the match because... yeah, we cannot be making mistakes. That was a chance for maybe even a shot on net. Endrick, you're offside again, man. He's selling. He is selling in this Champions League final. This is not good. I just saw in the top left of the screen that Xerxes is actually having his debut right now. In the Champions League final, they're debuting a player. Oh my gosh, what a weird decision. That is actually crazy. Imagine if that happened in real life. Has that ever happened? Let me know in the comments if you guys know anybody that's ever happened to. I don't remember there being a player that debuted in the final, unless it was like second half substitution type of thing. But starting in the starting 11 as a debut player, I've never ever heard of that. That's crazy. Let's see if we can get some stuff going here. Let's actually send the top. It's gonna be very hard to send our guys because A, our passing is very bad, and B, we're also very short, and they have a decently fast center back core, so we're not gonna be able to just throw it as or kick it as far as possible and then get a just use our pace to keep up because they have fast center backs. So yeah, this is going to be a very difficult match. It's going to be a chess match for sure between me and them. Okay, maybe a chance for a shot here. Wow, great defending by them. And it goes out for a throw-in. That rarely happens. Okay, let's push this here. We do get a good chance for maybe a nice little pass on the top of the box. Please take a shot. What a save. Oh, they have Oblak. They have Oblak. Oh no, that's going to make this so challenging. He's in my top 5 best keepers in the entire game when it comes to pure animations. This guy is so difficult to score on. And the fact that we have to go up against the defense as well. Oh, please, please. And we score! Please don't be offside. Please don't be offside. Yes, let's go! He gets injured, but he scored. So it doesn't matter. We're 1-0 up. Let's go. He gets injured. Hopefully it's not a bad injury. Hopefully he only has to come off for a little bit. Maybe even he's even done the injury already. And he is. Perfectly fine after he ends up scoring. That is so Real Madrid of him. No, I'm kidding. But that is actually crazy. We go up 1-0 and I think that ends the half, right? Wow, okay, 1-0 right before the half ends. What do we want to do here? I feel like we take off our wing. No, I feel like we keep both our wing backs on. They're both very fast. I think we keep the whole squad on right now. Maybe later on, we're going to make some subs, but for now, we're going to keep the best 11 on. Oh my, in his debut, Xerxes actually got injured. That is so sad. And I wonder if the reason why he debuted was because he was injured in the first place, so that's really sad for them. But let's see if I can get something going. Okay, cut back. There's no way he keeps that in, right? Yeah, I was going to say, I don't mind these corners because we actually have really tall center backs that come in for the corner. Like this guy right here. Very tall. They should be winning these corners, and Delit's injured. No, that's not Delit. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Kind of looks like Delit though. But yeah, their center back is injured. I'm pretty sure that's why he's wasting that 6-second timer. But that is crazy. They have Savino coming off the bench. That is a crazy super sub. He has like 99 pace. There's no way he can come off the bench, but we do get a chance for a shot. Oh, Black, man. Oh, Black. Bro, he's so good. I'm so surprised we even scored that first goal. Jeez, he's so good. Okay. I'm actually going to I'm going to cut back. Wow. I just got kicked right in the face. Oh, my gosh. I just got absolutely destroyed in the face. Wait, is that Alexis Sanchez that's playing? No chance did they sign, like, 37-year-old Alexis Sanchez. That's crazy. But you know what? So far, we've been playing great. They haven't had any chances, really. We've had the more chances. Yes, they've kept a lot of the possession, but we've had the better chances. All right, we have a good chance on the wing right here. Let's see if I can just cut back, pass to the top key, get a shot on. Please, shot. Oh, his first touch is actually really bad in this game. It's so pushed forward. He pushes the ball so far forward that it makes it so hard to control. Let's see if I can... Oh, I was going to try to send one of the guys in the middle. I waited a little bit too long, and then we messed up that opportunity. But we do end up maybe winning the ball back. Yeah, we do. Konate with a great effort right there. Let's cut back. I'm going to send a guy. Okay, perfect. Please. Okay, nice little move. Cut inside. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, we didn't have the ball control to be able to keep onto that. But you know what? We force him way outside, and he probably has to pass back to his keeper. Why didn't our second guy pressure the keeper? I called him in like 10 times. I tried to call him in as a second defender, and he wouldn't pressure the keeper. Okay. Oh, Endrick, please. Cut back, please. Endrick, shoot. Endrick, man! Oh, Endrick, you're so short! There's no way. There's no way that should have been a goal. Oh, it's the 84th minute. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? We gotta waste time. We have to waste time here. I know it's cheap, but we have to waste time. Okay, send, yep, send you. Send the inside. Oh, okay, not bad. Oh my gosh, 86th minute. Yeah, just pressure. We just gotta pressure so much. I'm going ultra defensive. Ultra defensive right now. We have to pressure. Oh no, this is not good. 89th minute, come on, please. Please, 1 minute. We just have to last 1 minute. Just pressure. Come on, please call it. Let's go! We won the Champions League! Oh my gosh, we won the Champions League with Red Bull Salzburg. Oh my gosh, what a rebuild. This rebuild has taken me so long. I've been filming for like hours and hours, so please hit that like button right now. But what a rebuild. Oh my gosh, thank you so much to the person that has constantly reminded me to rebuild this team. Make sure you guys are commenting your team that you want me to rebuild as well, because I'm always checking the comments. But wow, this has been such a good rebuild. We signed some crazy players. Harry Amas was a great signing. Honestly, he was one of our better signings. Yes, his overall wasn't that good, but he contributed to almost every single major game that we had. So fantastic signing for us. Endrick was obviously a good signing. We had some other good signings. Jonas Urbig was probably the signing of the rebuild, just because he ended up taking us from that mid to top level team to that world class level team, just by making sure that he gets clean sheets and not lets in too many goals. So an amazing rebuild so far. Honestly, I'm so happy with how this rebuild went. I definitely will be ordering a jersey. Hopefully for next game, when I do this team again next year, I will have a jersey that I can wear. I'm trying to collect a jersey from every single team in the world, so comment what team you guys want me to rebuild next, because I will be ordering your guys' favorite team's jerseys, and then when they come, I'll be doing rebuilds. Right now I have a couple of jerseys coming. I think Leeds United is on his way. I have a couple of other jerseys on its way. I won't spoil it, but yeah, just let me know in the comments what you guys think about the video. Comment your favorite teams. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to hit that notification bell, because I am trying to post every single day now, so make sure you guys are notified when I do upload it. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a blast, and peace.